welcome to another episode of Shots.
Welcome to Shots.
In this episode, we will be reviewing King Richard because a lot of you requested it.
That's true. And King Richard is a good movie. The end.
The end. It was directed by Reinaldo Marcus Green. It's a drama biography, like sports biography about the Williams sisters, Venus and Serena. Maybe you've heard of them. Maybe you're not a tennis fan. It's starring Will Smith, John Bernthal?
Yes.
Bernthal?
The first one.
Bernthal.
We do our research, everybody.
I just don't know how to say his last name. I have a speech impediment.
Called being
Demi
from
Singleton
the South.
plays Serena. Saniyya, Sidney plays Venus. It's based in the 90s.
80s and 90s.
80s and 90s.
That's almost irrelevant. It's in 80s and 90s.
So Will Smith plays Richard Williams, which is their father, and it mainly follows Venus's journey and
Serena,
but more it's mainly about the dad,
right,
and what he did for his children to survive and thrive in this kind of economy and industry. And they grew up in Compton in the 80s.
Yeah, it was the real deal. And that scene that depicts that the best is actually a very well done scene of like, oh, that was good scene.
Yeah.
The right out the gate. So on one hand, feel good. Pretty much nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
So, and Venus and Serena go on to be the greatest female tennis players ever who are still in the game.
Yeah.
Like, everything worked out, and you know it the whole time, so there is not a single moment of suspense.
So that's an interesting point, because here's my thing.
Still feel good.
It is charming, heartfelt, a great story of overcoming obstacles. However, there are no true obstacles that you see and you're like, they didn't lose. I feel like...
Other than like, the tennis clubs, we don't have a coach, we don't have any means.
Like, you kind of know in the 80s, and like, they were young black kids from Compton. And
not a lot of tennis stars coming out of Compton.
Race has a lot to do with that, and the father knew that. And I think that they depicted that well without making it about race, because it is about Venus and Serena. So I think as they were executive producers on the movie. I think that they did a really good way of saying, I don't want to make it about this. It
could have been super heavy-handed.
I don't want to make it about Compton. I don't want to but like, I did overcome a lot, and as for any little girl, especially black.
No, they handled it really well, the race aspect. And then the biggest moment of it is like, hey, you're a 14-year-old girl who's black. This is a big deal for your existence.
And you're about to play the number one person in the fucking world.
Yeah.
In the world.
It's a big deal. Like, that was all handled so well. Yeah. It wasn't like every scene, which it could have been. In, like, today's Hollywood, it could have been every scene of them going and being like, black people at a tennis club, get out.
But I think that's why, even though there are, the main producers are white guys, but the executive producers and the cast, they had a lot of black voices being like, I want it told this way. I don't want this to be another story about how hard it is for me. I want it to be an uplifting story overall that families can watch and be like, I can come from the slums or a rural area or Compton, and I can...
Underdog story. Dare I say Rocky?
Yeah.
Now, here's what we have to say about this.
There's a lot to say, however, I'm going to bring up what Tommy said, because he was right. The movie had a feeling of Disney Channel or Hallmark.
Yeah. Which is
weird to watch an Oscar-nominated movie.
It's an Oscar-nominated movie. It felt a little Hallmarky. I was going to say that aspect of it, on the other end, and it's hinted at, but it's because it's a Hallmark, that dad must have been a mean mother guy.
Yeah, that dad hit his kids.
We don't know that, but I'm betting money.
It was hinted enough to where we were looking at each other and we're like, So did he hit his kids? Because halfway through you find out he's got a whole bunch of kids.
And if he didn't hit his kids, did he hit his wife? Because the wife in this movie is phenomenal.
She's a badass. Her name is
she was in Fences.
Aunjanue,
right?
Ellis.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
We'll have to edit that out.
It's Miss Ellis.
Yes.
Miss Ellis plays the wife. Phenomenal. I think I love her character and how it was written in that every piece of dialogue she had meant something.
And, like, go train. Like, she was just as much
Loved
there.
the kids.
She loved her kid, and she's like, I'm going to go train with you. Fucking Venus is over here.
Yeah.
Let's go do our thing. I'm awesome. And then Will Smith, like, puts her down at one point, and she has another great scene. Any scene with her is very emotional, well-rounded, like, this is us. We're doing this together.
Yeah. But it is interesting how, and I don't know if they kept out some of the hard parts or what, but the fact that they said everything the dad planned for them came true, right?
Right.
About being the number one tennis player, being the greatest of all time, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Yes, it came true, but I think that's a power of manifestation or hard work and the doors get opened. It's hard for me to believe it was that cookie cutter easy.
Right.
In that I felt like the story was so much about the dad, and I wish it was a little bit more about the girls.
But, I mean, I agree, because we're getting a cookie-cutter version of the dad, it's not actually that interesting.
Yeah, I think the story, because I think they wanted children to watch it.
Right.
And
You can't
families, it was told through rose-colored
It's not going to be an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
Which, dude, more power to Venus and Serena. Make a feel-good movie that the family can watch.
It felt very similar to Miracle, the hockey movie, or Rudy.
Or Rocky. Or any underdog sports movie ever.
I think it was great. I think it deserved to be up in the Oscar nominations. I think everyone did a good job. Yes, for what the story is and the overall, the audience it can reach, the screenplay. A movie like this is always Oscar nominated.
Right. I understand it. That doesn't make it right.
But I think Will Smith didn't deserve to be Oscar nominated. Because I don't think...
Oh, that's the only thing I would have said was Oscar nominated.
Really?
What else is going to be Oscar nominated at the story?
Yeah. If you look at it with the lens of the Academy, yes.
You know what happens. They win. They win at life. They're the greatest ever. They're awesome in their existence.
Are the girls nominated? No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I know they're nominated for 6.
Because I don't think they were that good of actresses, to be honest.
They weren't.
Which is fine. They don't take away from the story. They just don't add anything.
They learned tennis.
Somebody learned tennis. There had to be at least one stunt girl used multiple times.
Was odd, which is why I think we're not getting the real story with Richard, is there were odd times Will Smith's character flipped and you're like, huh? It fell off. And I was like, this is out of character for what you've been playing the last hour.
Right. It felt like a mentally ill person.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe, I mean...
I don't know.
That's the story.
Is he still alive?
I don't know. I meant to look it up. The father that were depicted, it's similar. There's a famous Andre Agassi book called Open. His father's a psycho. It's that weird as a viewer, you're like, is this a good parent? Is this a bad parent? That whole child abuse situation, which they talk about in the tennis tournaments, which apparently the dad said in real life a lot. He's like, these parents should be shot because they're not doing good things for their kids mentally. And then a lot of sports stars burn out and go crazy. And he did, like, they speak multiple languages as in real life. Like, he pushed school. They are clearly great. Like, they are great human beings.
He made them well-rounded.
So is anything he did... This goes back to the cookie cutter.
I think he
was right about, in this movie, the portrayals, he is right about everything they do. Turning down a deal to get more money later on. Not playing in tournaments to burn out. Working them to the point. And they never, ever show exhaustion either, which is also kind of like a...
Yeah.
They never, for a moment, show like...
I don't want to play tennis.
I have a blister.
Yeah.
But maybe they didn't, because they're the greatest in the world.
I want to know what the other sisters ended up
Or the kids.
Because the oldest daughter graduated valedictorian.
Right.
But I think that was a classic parent of. I think he was very hard on his kids, and I don't know if there was like abuse in the eyes of like what people would depict abuse, but I do.
80s and 90s.
I do think him being harder than them was not just because of tennis, like tennis parents, like
Right.
you gotta be the best because I paid so much money for you. I think it was more of like, no, I will never let you be put in the situation I was put in growing up.
Right.
So I have to set you up to win in every possible way.
Which can backfire.
Which they don't understand.
Of course.
So
It worked out. That's all I'm going to keep saying. There was no suspense. It worked out.
and how do we know they're not a little mentally ill now? I think all good athletes are a little crazy.
You have to be a great athlete.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Look at me.
I'm not a great athlete. Yeah. It was good. Like, Power of the Dog, leagues above this in almost every way.
Yeah. Like the cinematography in this movie, I was like, okay, like
It was fine.
great. I didn't think that cinematography was anything special. I also
No, it was a Hallmark movie.
it was also I think it was an indie too. Yeah, I think Jada and Will, because they were executive producers, I think they were with Star Thrower, and I don't think it had a huge budget.
Really?
Because I don't think Will Smith would take this unless he really he connected to the story.
Right.
And the Venus Sisters.
Venus Sisters are involved.
Yeah. But I don't see...
Indie implies, like, hey, we need money. Like, Will Smith involved, Venus Sisters, Venus and Serena
the
involved.
Dog is an indie.
Yeah, I know that.
So that's what I'm saying. I think this is an
Power of
indie.
the Dog is Will Smith in a movie gets financed for anything. If they're like, hey, whoever, give us money, we've got Will Smith, you get the money. And this movie's like, this movie must have made money, blah, blah,
But
blah.
I'm saying I don't think they had a lot of money put into the movie by how the shots and stuff were.
Because it's a
Where did
Hallmark.
the money go? Where did all the money go? Is this a money laundering movie for Will Smith?
And Venus and Serena?
Where
that
did
would
it
be
go?
the best twist ever.
Oh my God. It just all went back to them. It probably did. I should ask.
We should ask our people.
All right. King Richard, go see it.
Go see it, or don't.
Or don't. If you want to feel good, it was too long, but if you want
No,
to
it was it wasn't compared to every other movie ever made right now. It was fine. It was a fine length.
You know what it didn't have? It didn't have the clear title cards of, you're in Act 1.
Oh, that's right. I was going to joke about that.
So thank you for that.
Yeah. Take notes when you watch movies, how many movies now released since 2020 have title cards in them of Act 1, Act 2,
Yeah.
Act 3,
We're
Power.
not idiots.
Some people are. I'm sorry.
All right, this has been another episode of Shots.
Shots. King Richard, it's fine.